Hi there guys, and welcome back to the Tantrum Kitesurf podcast stroke videocast. Now today I want to address something that popped up as a result of a blog post I sent out a couple of days ago. I sent out a blog post on momentum, how we can keep the importance of momentum and how we can keep momentum in kitesurfing despite the fact that we have obviously days of no wind and there's nothing we can do about that. And what we talked about in the blog post was the idea of visualization, how you can use visualization as a tool on these days when you can't get out on the water to actually help improve your kite surfing. The idea being that if you sit there and visualize the trick you're trying to learn, you get a percentage of the benefit as if you'd actually done the exercise itself. Now, I'm sure all of you have heard of this and you're familiar with it. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that it's something we can use for kite surfing. However, the day after I sent this blog post out, I got a lot of comments, emails, coming back in saying, look, I've tried this, it doesn't work. I just felt like an idiot in my living room. My wife was taking the piss out of me, la 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 la. The question I asked everyone is, how long did you do it for? Now, most people come back with the answer, well, I tried it for 5 minutes and I felt so ridiculous that I gave up. Okay, yeah, fine. I get it. The first time you do it, you're going to feel an awful lot of resistance from all parts of you and from everyone else around you. It's just the way the human body works. But let's say, for example, I was trying to teach you how to handle pass. And we were down at the beach and I taught you how to handle pass on the beach and then sent you out. And after 5 minutes, you came back and said, I haven't done it once, you're a rubbish teacher, whatever, everything you're teaching me is rubbish, I'm going to go and find a new teacher, and you storm off, throw the kit down and storm off. Would you think that's a fair reflection on A, my teaching, but also B, more importantly, on your ability to learn in that short time? Well, no, most people would say, well, 5 minutes, you're never going to learn to handle pass in 5 minutes, it's going to take you a little bit longer than that. And what we're talking about with visualization is a technique that's not as powerful as actually doing the exercise in the first place. So let's say you're visualizing for 5 minutes, you get less of an effect. You still get an effect, a lot more than you do from just sitting on the couch doing nothing, but it's less of an effect as if you were actually out on the water yourself. So 5 minutes just isn't enough time. When you talk about extreme athletes doing this, people who are going to do first attempts of mountains and athletes who are going to ride down rivers and things like this, really, really extreme sports, they're visualizing for a day. For the entire day beforehand, they might sit there and visualize, not just for 5 minutes. They will spend hours and hours and hours going through this, getting it into their system before they do it. And that's what we're talking about. Now, I'm not telling you you've got to go and do it for a day, but what I am saying is don't just give it 5 minutes once and come back and say it hasn't worked. It's a process. And the more you do it, it's like any muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So you do 5 minutes every day. And over the course of weeks, months, A, you get better at visualizing, and B, it gets further into your nervous system. Now, this brings me to my second point. That practice, contrary to popular belief, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Now, what am I talking about here? Well, I'm talking about the idea that you can do something every single day of your life. But if your goal isn't to get any better at doing it, it's just to complete the task. Yeah, you will improve, but you will improve very, very, very slowly. But if every day when you're practicing that task, you're looking for ways to get better at it. So even if it's just making your breakfast in the morning, if every day you're trying to improve that task just a little bit, just improve your breakfast just 1%, and I guarantee you in a year, you'll be making the best breakfast the world's ever seen. But likewise, you could go down, you could just take your Weetabix out, put them in the bowl, pour milk on it, sit down and eat them. And you'll do that every single day of your life, and you won't really get noticeably any better at it. Yeah, you might get slightly more efficient in that your path to the Weetabix and then to the milk and to the fridge changes and gets slightly more efficient, but you won't really get any better because you're not looking to get any better. And this is the same of visualization, of using it as a tool, that you need to be looking to improve it every single time you do it. But also of your kite surfing practice, for anything you practice, that you need to get out there, you need to be looking for ways to improve. Yeah, as a teacher, we can teach you what you need to be doing, but it's up to you to go and do it. As it says in the Matrix, I can show you the door, you've got to walk through it. And it's the same with everything, but especially in kite surfing, where it's a very difficult teacher-student environment because we're naturally still in the position where we can't actually get to you all the time. You've got to go out there and do it. It's the same with visualization. So don't just think, oh, I've tried it once, didn't work, I wasn't very good at it, it's rubbish. It's something that you need to build on. You need to flex this muscle over and over again and improve it and build on it. So I hope that helps, and I hope that answers some of the questions from some of the guys who were writing in. And for a lot of you that probably didn't write in, but thought the same thing, but I'm not going to try that, it's rubbish. Okay? Speak to you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.